Hello, my name is Ibrahim Atala. I am a hotel consultant helping hotelier and hotel owners and general managers to increase their occupancy, uh, get better rate and make more, at the end of the day, make more profits. Last week, we talked about the human touch and the personalization. And now in this hotel, how this hotel is using these two things. Why? Especially the hotel, because the human touch and the personalization can only be done in both of them in a brick and mortar business model, which is, for example, a travel agency where the people comes face to face, or a hotel. These are the two possibilities, one of the two, some of the two of the possibilities to bring in play these two very important things. The personalization, you can do it online through the emails and through how you place your advertisement, but the human touch has to be face to face. And then we said also that these two items has to be during the whole customer journey. The whole customer journey begins when the client is at home thinking about his holiday, booking his holiday, which is always in the inspiration phase, and then executing the booking phase, and then consuming the product or the hotel, and then when it's finished and when he go back, he reflects of what he have done. This is the cycle of the customer journey. In this special hotel, I want to tell you how they brought in these personalization and the human touch. Okay, personalization was before arrival, that they used to send a series of email just to tease the client about their upcoming holiday, and then enticing him to make few bookings for the restaurants. And especially in this hotel, they were closed down for about 18 months, and then now you have some renovation, and then of course a repeater client would like to know what is new, and then they are teasing him with what's new, and then they are enticing him to book this new restaurant or the new services. So far so good. And even the personalization, they ask for some personal items. If you are celebrating something when you are coming, and you have to tell them what it is, and if you need some special services. This is fine on paper. And then for me, in my case, when I arrived, nothing of that happened. I'm a repeater client, so I had to remind them that I am a repeater client. And then I asked for few services. I have to remind this, but this means that the data that they gathered are in silos. So one, you give it the data, but they is not giving to the different person, which has to be changed. That's one thing. The second thing is that there is no consistency in what they offered in the internet. They said things in the internet, and then we came here, it was different. So they have to update these services so that they are exactly as in the on ground. That's the second thing. And the personalization was also very small. Imagine that I was here about 7 times in this hotel, and then when I'm in the room, there was a very unpersonal letter. Thank you that you came that you chose not even my name in it. And of course, this is something that you don't like very much, but this is what it happened, and it has to be done better, in a better way. But anyway, as I told you also, these things, okay, they flunked in that, but they had something better, something which made this personalization and the human touch, what they brought in, was very good. And they have a very nice system which was working fine, which is that when you go in the nobody knows you. Maybe one or two reminds your face is literally known, and then they come and say, "Oh, you were here before," and then you tell him his name, and then it begins rolling. And then when they know that you are here. These people, they are instructed to give this information humanly without the computer to all the colleagues and from one department to the other, and then you are now a repeater client. That is the way. And this means that Mr. Marriott, he one asked, what is the most important thing for the hotels? The staff, the client, or the uniqueness of the hotel? And of course they said, okay, not the client. But actually he said, no, the staff is more important, because if the staff is well cared of and happy to work in this premise, he can very easily make the client happy. And this is exactly the same thing here. So the most important thing is that you have a trained staff to make anything which run back to rectify any problem which might arise. So that's the main thing I want to tell you, that the human touch means that you can make mistakes, but through the human touch you can rectify this and correct it. And that is what the essence. And now I am in this time here, and let me see how it will go on. I'm still in the middle of my stay here in the hotel, and really the human touch was very well done, although at the beginning it was not that good. And now let me stop at that today, and then we see 1 hour the checkout, and after the checkout and the reflecting phase, how the personal touch and the personalization will be carried on. So stay tuned and see you next week.